A Winchester woman was in court today. She's accused of giving birth inside a toilet and then putting that baby inside a garbage bag.
It's a disturbing case. Here are the charges a man faces for holding a woman at gunpoint and tattooing something vulgar on her.
Two men escaped from a burning house in Bourbon County. One of them is still recovering from burns on his hands and his back.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. WKYT News starts now with breaking news.
We are tracking two breaking news alerts this afternoon. First, part of Versailles Road is closed because of a deadly crash.
That crash happened about 3:15 at the intersection of Terrace View Drive. The road is expected to stay closed while police investigate. WKYT's Garrett Weimer is live for us at the scene with the breaking details. Garrett?
The coroner tells us one car was going inbound here on Versailles Road and the other was traveling outbound when they hit head on. We'll take a look at some video now of what the scene looked like shortly after emergency responders arrived. We're told the driver of one car died at the scene. 3 other people were taken to the hospital, and since then, one of those people has also died. The coroner tells us he found alcohol containers in the car where the driver died. He does not know whether the driver was under the influence, but he says they will do toxicology tests to find out. All in all, a very scary scene out here for those nearby after the crash.
And when I came outside, I noticed that it was right here. And I'm like, oh my God, it was right here. And here it is. And when I came outside, I'm just like, oh my God, this is bad. This is really, really bad.
Crash reconstruction unit is on scene here, and police expect Versailles Road to be shut down here for several hours and certainly through rush hour. Live in Lexington, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
All right, Garrett, thanks so much. We're also tracking breaking news out of Clark County. School officials tell us a child was dragged by a school bus.
This happened at about 3:30 near the intersection of Clintonville and Lexington roads. We're told the young boy had just left the bus. WKYT's Jordan Valines is at the Clark County School District's central office with more.
That's right. We just got done speaking with the Clark County Superintendent a few minutes ago about today's incident, which involved an elementary school student being dragged several feet down the road by a school bus after his jacket got caught in the school bus's door. Now, I asked the superintendent about the protocols the bus drivers have to follow when dropping students off, and he said that since this child is an elementary school student, his drop-off did not require hand-to-hand contact between the bus driver and the student's guardian. However, the superintendent did add that bus drivers are usually required to get visual confirmation of the student, making it safely to their destination. I then asked the superintendent whether or not the bus driver broke protocol in this instance, but he said it's simply too early to tell and that they'll be reviewing the bus's surveillance tapes tomorrow to determine exactly what happened.
Just fortunate that this young man is okay. We're thankful for that. And we try to do everything we can every day to make these bus rides for these kids as safe as possible. And today was just an unfortunate accident, and we'll be investigating it to make sure that if there's any deficiencies anywhere in our system or our protocol, we'll make those corrections immediately.
Well, the student has since been taken to UK Hospital to be treated for scrapes on his face as well as road rash. Live in Clark County, Jordan Valines, WKYT.
All right, could have been so much worse.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's take a look at the weather now. I know a lot of people are worried about that or concerned. It's been another cold day around the area, and you may have seen a snow flurry or two out there.
And it is much of the same tomorrow before some changes take hold. WKYT Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey is here now with an early check of your forecast. Hi, Chris.
Hi, guys. A little flake or two out there. As you mentioned, day started out with some tricky travel, and you know what? We may try to do it again in some cases as we go into our Thursday as a sneaky band of light snow works its way on into town. Now, I've got a live first alert defender pulled way out to show you what is going on to our west. Throwing the cloud cover on there, too. Notice the little bit of moisture that is trying to gear up here across the Wichita area down toward Oklahoma City. That is a little streak of some light snow that is in the process of developing, and it's going to quickly scoot its way across the Show Me state of Missouri and right on in to the bluegrass state of Kentucky. Nothing is out there of any consequence now. Southeastern Kentucky, you're still fair game to see a snow flurry or two. But as we go into later tonight and the first half of tomorrow, you're going to get that little band of some light snow working in along and south of Interstate 64, where some very light accumulations will be a possibility. Could someone squeeze out a half inch, maybe a localized inch? Boy, it would have to come down pretty hard to do that, but it just takes a little bit to cause a few slick spots to develop. Now, most of that, again, comes after daylight tomorrow as it stands right now. If you're out and about this evening, hey, no problems. Temperatures into the mid and upper 20s. Early will drop into the mid 20s under mostly cloudy skies and cold conditions. Guys, when I come back in just about 5 minutes or so, we're going to put a track on that band of snow and time it into where you live with the updated hour-by-hour forecast.
Sounds good, Chris. Thank you. The flurries combined with cold temperatures create a slick situation on some roads this morning. Madison County reported several crashes, including one involving 5 cars on Lexington Road. One driver says it was hard to notice how slick the roads were until it was too late.
I was sliding most of the way up through here this morning. Not until you were actually driving on it, and when you start to hit your brakes, then you noticed it.
No one was hurt in the crash, but a woman and 2 children were taken to the hospital as a precaution. A woman accused of trying to kill her newborn faced a judge this afternoon.
Cassandra Haney is charged with attempted murder and evidence tampering in Clark County. Police say that she gave birth in a toilet and put the baby in a garbage bag. WKYT's Sam Smith shows us what happened during today's hearing.
Police say this started last Friday. Cassandra Haney is accused of giving birth inside a toilet and then putting that baby inside a garbage bag. Her video arraignment was this afternoon in district court. She's charged with attempted murder and tampering with evidence. The judge went over those charges with Haney. A not guilty plea was entered. Police say on Friday her roommate heard the baby boy crying. Police say the roommate confronted Haney about the crying and what was in the bag. Police say the roommate then called 911. Police and social services arrived at the home on Linden Avenue. The baby was taken to UK Hospital. Haney was also taken to the hospital because she had just given birth. She was released over the weekend and arrested on Monday. Haney will be back in court on January 21st for a preliminary hearing. In Winchester, Sam Smith, WKYT.
And at last check, the newborn's condition was unknown, but police say he is stable.
A man is facing charges in a disturbing crime. Investigators say Michael Joseph held a woman at gunpoint and tattooed a vulgar word on her back. WKYT's Victor Puente is tracking the investigation, and we do want to warn you that some might find the word offensive.
Michael Joseph was already facing a terroristic threatening charge when he was indicted last week for holding a woman at gunpoint and tattooing a word on her back. Court documents show his wife told police in June he threatened to kill her and her family if she ever left him. He was arrested on these new charges in November. Last week, a grand jury indicted him on 3 charges, including assault, wanton endangerment, and unlawful imprisonment. That indictment shows that a woman told police she and Joseph got into an argument in May while driving back to Lawrenceburg from Lexington. She told police the argument got physical. Once they got to Joseph's home, he told her he was going to tattoo her. When she resisted, she said he pulled out a gun and held it to her head. Documents say she then laid down and he tattooed the word slut on her back with red ink using a tattoo machine. The sheriff's office began investigating the case in November. The detective on that case tells me part of the delay was just how fearful the victim is of Michael Joseph.
She was very frightened of this individual and still is. She made several statements during her statement to me that she was scared for her life during this whole incident and is still scared to this day.
I spoke to the mother of the victim in this case at 6. I'll tell you what she told me about their dealings with Joseph. In Anderson County, Victor Puente, WKYT.
According to the Anderson News, Michael Joseph was arrested in 2013 and served time for stabbing a man in the Lawrenceburg Walmart parking lot.
A man suffered burns while trying to escape his burning home overnight. The fire happened about 1:30 near Stony Point Road and Winchester Road in Bourbon County. The flames also destroyed the home and everything in it. WKYT's Mark Barber talked to neighbors who say they're relieved he made it out alive.
Neighbors say the man who lived in this house that is now a pile of bricks and smoke was badly burned when he tried to put out the fire.
I saw the whole backyard lit up all kinds of orange, and I looked out the window to see what it was, and it was a house fire, and it was fully engulfed by like 210.
Lydia Davis says, fortunately, her neighbor John Hazelrig escaped from the burning house, but she tells us his hands and back were burned. We're told he is in serious condition at UK Hospital. Firefighters say the fire started in the fireplace sometime before 1:30 this morning. Neighbors tell us in minutes, the home near Stony Point Road and Winchester Road disappeared in smoke and flames.
It was very bright and very large, and we were a little concerned that it would come, spread this way because it was so large and so big. And as you can see, we have some animals, but luckily the fire department got here and they kind of contained it.
We're told the home is on property that has been in Hazelrig's family for generations.
It's terrible because John has nothing and he's a good neighbor and he comes by frequently, and it's amazing from what we saw that there was anybody alive in the fire.
Firefighters say because everything in this house is already destroyed and no one else is in danger, they are going to let this fire burn itself out. In Bourbon County, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Firefighters tell us that one of Hazelrig's friends was also in the home. He escaped without getting hurt.
We are hearing from UK's new offensive coordinator today, what he's saying about his decision to come to Lexington.
A new device helping stroke patients recover a little faster. We'll show you how that works in Better Living.
And it's going to take an animal shelter a little longer to reopen after a fire. We'll show you the work that still needs to be done. That's on WKYT News at 5:30.